Bet on Bears fans, heading from Hallis Hall, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always, man. As we're heading from Hallis Hall here, Chicago Bears have listed out Rome Odunze and Luther Burden. Now, got a chance to talk to Rome, seemed in very good spirits today. But listen, just being precautionary might be the right move, and I think that's the biggest thing for some of these injuries down the stretch here. As far as Luther Burden, didn't see him on the practice field. You kind of anticipated this kind of move was going to happen, and what this comes from is an opportunity for you to go into a game where you don't feel like you have to have Rome and Luther to go out there and find ways to win. You have the talent on this team. You have Cole, you have Colston, you have DJ Moore, of course, who should lead the way offensively for this team, I would think. There's a lot of good on this team as far as receiving core goes, and so you don't feel like you have to have this, oh my God, we got to force guys on the field because of how important this game is. Now, that also plays into how banged up the Packers are coming into this game as well, but as I said before, we came into that last game banged up, and nobody batted an eye at that. You know what I mean? So hopefully this game, the Bears are able to find a way to get the offense flowing with the DJ Moore and just Caleb Williams connection. That's a connection that a lot of people have said does not seem like it is as strong as some others, although I would tell you, look at last season, look how many targets DJ Moore actually ends up getting throughout the season. Like, there were opportunities and touchdowns for DJ Moore last season. We're seeing that this season as well, and yes, the yards are maybe not where you would like the yards to be, but guess what? There's a lot of mouths to feed on this team, and now this week you kind of get to go in with something you haven't really been able to do a ton with, a number one guaranteed wide receiver, because of what DJ Moore brings to the field. I think this is going to be an offense that probably runs very similarly to what we saw a couple of weeks ago versus the Packers. I would expect it to be incredibly run heavy. I said this on the Chicago Bears podcast today. When you look at why I feel so confidently about this Bears game, and why I felt confident going into the last game. When you talk about advantages, the Chicago Bears, maybe it was stalemate, maybe a little bit edge Packers, defensive line, offensive line with Micah Parsons out there. But I'll tell you what, it is advantage Chicago Bears this week going into this game. And I think this is going to be one where the Bears find a way to win in a dominant fashion. Doesn't mean it's going to be a 24-point blowout or anything. I predicted 10 points. But I just feel like you're going to be able to dictate and control how this game flows. That makes all the difference in the world for the Chicago Bears, especially, and we've seen them when they played Philly, when they played Pittsburgh. When you see how the offensive line performed on those days, man, like, it just made everything easier for the running game and for this passing game overall. So I think that this is going to be one where the Bears do find a way to continue to win games. I think this is going to be one where the Bears do find a way to continue to remain atop the division. And even without Luther and Rome out there, I think you've got some weapons. I mean, heck, last time versus the Packers, Devin Duvernay and who am I blanking? Oh no, Lamade Zaccheaus got themselves going in that game. So opportunity-wise, I mean, I think this is going to be very similar to what we saw the first time around, except I think there's going to be a lot more advantages in this game with some of the injuries the Bears have. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you guys as well as always. Also, something to keep an eye on, and hit that like button if you're excited for this. Drop an FGB in the comments as well. Tremaine Edmunds listed as questionable for this game. So I would assume if we're going to see Tremaine Edmunds on the field, we will find out either late today or early tomorrow. They've got him listed as questionable, though. He's been able to practice throughout this entire week in some limited capacity. And I would be intrigued to see if this is a good week to try and get him back out there and get him starting to ramp up again. You shouldn't expect him to play, 30, 40 snaps in this game. I would assume you're going to see him probably around the 20 to 25 range, very similar to what we saw Jalen Johnson and things like that early on, where in the first half you're slow playing it and you've got that opportunity to do so because of how well DeMarco Jackson, the NFC Player of the Week, has been playing. When you have that in your back pocket, right, like, I think it only makes sense for you to slow play and try and slow work Tremaine back into everything that his duties were. I mean, and he can do a ton here. I think now you talk about this linebacking core with DeMarco Jackson figuring it out and still having that green dot on the helmet. You view him as dangerous. You know what I mean? Like it's a great opportunity for you to go out there and prove. You know, now you've got a really strong linebacking core versus where you were, maybe how you felt early on in the season with some of the injuries you dealt with TJ Edwards, right? Like, we're trying to find pieces here. We were working with Noah Sewell. We were working with who else was getting some of those? The Ruben Hippolyte a little bit, but you know, once the injuries start to pile up, you know, opportunity, the inspiration that he needed to go out there and prove, hey, I've been with Dennis Allen 4 years. I know the system like the back of my hands, and I can get the job done. So very excited for that as far as Tremaine Edmunds possibly coming back, but the opportunity to slow play it as well, the opportunity to feel confident enough in the players you have on the field, especially with some of the injuries that the Packers have. The Packers are banged up coming into this game. Josh Jacobs possibly could play. He was DNP for 3 days straight. He possibly could play still in this game. Matt LaFleur said it was going to be a game-time decision, but we'll see, you know, what kind of Josh Jacobs you're getting in this game. He is the kind of running back where you don't have to have a week of practice with him. In fact, it's probably beneficial, like some of the things we saw with Swifty, if you give him the week off, let him kind of heal up throughout the week, and then you send him out there and you let him know, okay, this is where you're at. But is he going to be 100%? And it's also going to come down to how well this Bears defense is playing. Are you rallying to the ball? Are you tackling him and getting him to the ground? I think the pairing of that with the fact that Christian Watson, again, limited participation, but able to get out there, able to play. Is he going to be 100%? That going along with Jalen Johnson kind of finding his footing in this defense as well, getting that ramp-up period where you feel like you can put him out there a little bit more. Like, I think this is going to be one of those where, you know, it's on Jordan Love's shoulders. Hey, they found something in the last game that really affected the Bears. That 3-by-1 that they were able to attack, every one of those touchdowns being a 3-by-1. You know, you saw something deep where your man wasn't playing his zone or his spot or his man the right way, and they attacked it the entire game. How's Dennis Allen going to adjust to that? Are we going to finally see Dennis Allen possibly play a little bit of zone? I think that could be a conversation here with how you saw that the Packers game plan in the first game. So I'm very excited to see what this team is going to be able to do. I'm glad that this team is getting healthy. I think this is a great week for Tremaine Edmunds as far as the first week of ramp up. Again, if it's only 30 snaps in this game, 25 snaps in this game, I think that's a great place for you to start, and hopefully by the time you get to that final Detroit game, he's able to practice and play a little bit more. But hey, I do want to know how you guys feel in the comments below, man. Let me know. Do you like what you're seeing out of this team health-wise? Do you feel like this is going to be a game where the Bears do get a little bit healthier and they find a way to finally put away a Packers team that is still going to have some weaponry on that field? Again, let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. Make sure to tap in with us tonight because we will be live for the Windy City Breeze Thursday Night Football stream. Actually an important game for the Bears to tap into. You got Seahawks, you got Rams. The winner of that is the one that you're looking up at in the NFC. If you win this game, can you go out there and find a way to win this game? We'll find that out this tonight on the stream. It'll be me. It should be the entire Breeze crew. So make sure you tapped in with us, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Man out. One love. Peace.